What's going on there, YouTube, and welcome back to another comic book video. This is the channel where we sit down and cover different comic book stories from different comic book companies. Today, we are going to jump back over to Marvel Comics, and we're going to continue our coverage over Marvel's Infinity event, and we pick up with Infinity number 2. Now, with this book right here, we are going to learn what in the world Thanos is looking for on Earth. Because let's not forget, the Avengers are gone to fight against the Builders. There's only a few heroes left on Earth. And so with that being said, Thanos got word of that, and he said it's the best time to attack the Earth because he is looking for something or someone. We have no idea what that thing is or who that person is, but Thanos is looking for it. So either way, right now Thanos is invading the Earth. And of course, it all comes down to the heroes who are left on Earth to stop them. But either way, if you do enjoy today's comic book video, hit that like button down below and subscribe. Also, if you have any suggestions on books I should read, well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But I do hope you enjoy today's comic book video. To begin today's video, we actually pick up with Infinity number 2, where we see that a strike team that belongs to one of Thanos' Black Order members was able to take over the space station that belongs to SWORD. Of course, SWORD being an organization that protects the space area around the Earth. Either way, we see that this strike team is stopped by Abigail Brand and some of her agents. Of course, Abigail Brand is the one who controls the SWORD organization. Either way though, we actually see her realize that this was just a small diversion, because the real threat is actually how Thanos is doing a full-on invasion on the Earth like we saw in the earlier chapters of this storyline. So Thanos is looking for something or someone on the planet Earth, and he is going to wreak havoc to get what he wants. But we saw that in our previous chapters, matter of fact, back on Earth, we saw the Black Order just wreaking havoc on the different members of the superhero community that is left on Earth. Because remember, most of the Avengers left to fight against the Builders who were on their way to attack the Earth. Thanos saw this as an easy opening to attack the Earth to find whatever he is looking for. Either way though, we actually see one particular member of the Black Order is actually going to be paying a visit to a special member of the Illuminati to learn things for Thanos. That person is Black Bolt, because you have Corvus Glaive come to pay a visit to Black Bolt because he wants a tribute. If Black Bolt and the Inhumans pay this tribute, then Thanos won't wreak havoc on the Earth. Except you have Medusa talk for her husband because, well, if Black Bolt speaks, it will release his sonic scream and possibly kill everyone. But you have Corvus Glaive basically show that he is not scared of the Inhumans because his master is freaking Thanos himself. And that dude is way more terrifying than Black Bolt is. To show how he is not scared of the Inhumans at all, you have Corvus Glaive tell his minions or henchmen, whatever, to kill themselves to show the Inhumans that they don't really fear death. So Black Bolt and Medusa can be all brave and stuff and act like they are not scared. It doesn't bother Corvus Glaive. But on top of that, he tells them what he wants. He wants a tribute. And if Black Bolt pays this tribute, the Earth could be mostly spared from the wrath of Thanos. So now the question is, what kind of tribute does Corvus Glaive want? Now he tells Medusa and Black Bolt what he wants, which is that he wants the heads of every child from the ages of 16 through 22. Now this should give you an idea on what he wants or what he is trying to achieve here. Of course, the Inhumans are not happy about hearing this and of course want to decline this deal. But of course, this is just Corvus Glaive telling them what he wants, or what Thanos wants, sorry. This is only a warning. Pay the tribute and you don't have to deal with Thanos coming back here and causing more problems for you all. He then tells the Inhumans that they only have one day to decide what they are going to do. But getting over to the Avengers, who we now know who left the Earth to go fight against the Builders as a way to hopefully stop them from reaching the Earth. Now, the last time we saw the Avengers, they had tried to do a surprise attack on the Builders, only to find out that plan was a bad one, because when the Builders actually show up with their full strength, they took out most of the Avengers and the other galactic empires out in the universe with them. So the Avengers who are left had to retreat and go back to an old outpost to meet the rest of the army they have with the other galactic empires. Except they thought when they had retreated, they would actually have a moment to relax and not deal with anything for a moment, only to find out that 4 builder ships are about to blow up this outpost, and of course means the Builders want to get rid of the Avengers before they can do anything else. But for Gladiator, he gets up and says that he is going to make a stand and make sure that there is no way the Builders are going to be able to win this battle here at this outpost. Now, with the Avengers and some of the forces of the other galactic empires, they were able to fight against these 4 ships that belong to the Builders. Now, on these ships, there weren't any kind of Builders. Instead, it was a bunch of Alepps, robots that were made by the Builders. So they are not even fighting against the forces of Builders themselves, just the robots. So when the Avengers and the forces of the other galactic empires thinking that they have won, well, that is the moment you have Ex Nihilo point out something. Something is heading towards a nearby planet. Now, Ex Nihilo was made by the Builders to kind of help decide if planets are deemed to evolve or be destroyed. Now, Ex Nihilo has joined the Avengers to help stop the Builders. But getting back to what Ex Nihilo has saw, well, he saw one of his brothers, Ex Nihilo, crash land on a planet nearby, and showing off another ability Ex Nihilo and his brothers have. They are able to dispense themselves across a planet like a plague to begin the process of killing off all life on a planet. This is worse than most things the Builders do, because usually they just blow up the planet. Now, the life on this planet will have a slow death thanks to this plague. The Avengers were able to save the life of some people living on that planet, but those people will now have to watch the people they have left behind to see them begin the process of dying from the plague. But getting back on Earth, we see the Illuminati are meeting up in their secret dimension that Black Bolt found with his brother Maximus. Now, the reason why they are meeting here is for 2 reasons. The first is that Black Bolt wants to tell the Illuminati members that he found this place that has a low level of sound so that Black Bolt can speak. The reason why is because usually when he speaks, his sonic scream voice comes out and can wreak havoc. But with him being able to talk, that leads into the second reason. He tells them how Thanos is invading the Earth. One of his Black Order members came here asking for a tribute, only because Thanos is looking for something. That something is very important, and apparently Black Bolt knows what he is looking for. That is the moment you have Black Bolt say that Thanos is here on Earth looking for his son, and Black Bolt knows where his son is at. And this is where we are going to end today's comic book video. So please hit the like button down below and subscribe. Also, if you have any suggestions on books I should read, well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But I do hope you enjoyed today's comic book video.